Ever wished you could tilt the game board of reality just a few degrees? So luck, money, and health all slide your way? A forgotten volume from 1918 says you can. It's signed Magnus Incognito, smuggled through Rosicrucian circles, and guarded like dynamite, wrapped in velvet. Tonight, we crack that spine wide open. You will learn the neurochemistry that lets thought distort matter, the breathing loop that recodes synapses, and the single word formula that turned battlefield trauma into Nobel-level genius. 15 minutes, one outlaw book, zero fluff, and one chilling wartime diary. I'm Talha, Doctor of Pharmacy, Hacker of Minds, and this is Mindscape RX. Dose up, family. Reality's about to bend. The title page reads, The Arcane Formula, Mental Alchemy for Masters by Magnus Incognito. Historians now know Magnus was William Walker Atkinson, lawyer, editor, secret Rosicrucian, and the ghostwriter behind the Kybalion. A crimson seal shows a rose coiled by a serpent eating its tail. Beneath, vis imaginationis est vis vitae. Imagination is the force of life. Flip the brittle pages and you hit. Chapter 1. The lab is your skull. Close your eyes, it commands, but the only furnace hot enough to liquefy probability burns behind the forehead. Modern MRI agrees. Thought ignites in the prefrontal cortex. Astrocytes release glutamate. Microcurrents ripple down axons. Those currents create a femtotesla magnetic field. Weak, yes, but measurable. Stack billions of neurons and the field swells, blooming through bone at roughly 10 hertz. Pause. 10 hertz matches the Earth's Schumann resonance, the planet's own heartbeat. When your intention locks on that frequency, you get a coupler big enough to tug at coincidence. The book calls this the prime conjunction. Chemists today call it entrainment. Either way, it's reality's yes button. Formula 1, breath of the rose. Incognito prescribes: inhale 4 beats, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4. That's box breathing. Navy SEALs swear by it. But the text adds a twist. On each hold, visualize a crimson spiral unfurling in your chest. Here's the chemistry. Box breathing spikes vagal tone, floods acetylcholine, drops cortisol. Low cortisol frees working memory, allowing visual cortex to paint sharper images. Sharper images mean stronger neural firing, so the magnetic pulse grows louder. 10 rounds can raise ambient field strength by roughly 30%. You just turn the mind's whisper into a measurable shout. Drill. Set a timer for 10 rounds. On every exhale, imagine the rose's petals throwing sparks. After the 10th round, speak a single word. Your target, for example, vitality, wealth, laughter. Feel that word echo in the quiet arena you just engineered. Neurologists call this active rest potentiation. Athletes call it the zone. Formula 2, salt of the sun. Pop culture treats salt as protection. Atkinson treats it as a semiconductor. Page 87 shows sodium chloride crystals arranged in a perfect hexagon. Dissolve 1 pinch on the tongue at sunrise. It says, let its geometry remind the brain of order. Drill. Try it 7 mornings in a row. Journal the vividness of your mental pictures from 0 to 10. Most users climb 2 points by day 4. Bonus tweak. Add the whispered line, clarity in, chaos out. on the final grain, dissolving. Sodium boosts neuronal conductance. Sunlight hitting the retina spikes serotonin. 12 hours later, that serotonin shifts into melatonin, turning midnight dreams into etched blueprints. Chronobiology by ritual. Energy at dawn, vision at dusk. Formula 3. Mirror of Mercury. A paragraph in cipher finally cracked by AI. Stand before a bowl of still water. Speak your desire in present tense. Then flick the surface. As circles expand outward, neurons contract inward, imprinting the wish. Ripple speed is about 0.3 meters a second, the same pace as C-fiber nerve conduction. Mirror neurons fire when you see motion you caused, so your cortex rehearses the expanding rings as self-movement. The wish bonds to identity. Muscle will obey faster than logic. Drill. Use a black bowl for contrast. 2-word mantras work best. Book deal. Debt zero. Playful marriage. Flick with the middle finger. Medial nerves link straight to the heart line, giving your flick an ECG rhythm. Pure poetry, but also a biosignal. Formula 4. The Golden Detachment. Mid-book, scrawled in ink. Fuse desire with indifference. Heat without flame. Dopamine science agrees. Wanting spikes dopamine. Grasping crushes it. After scripting a goal, distract yourself. Whistle, doodle, dance. Striatum resets while the prefrontal cortex stays primed. Desire held, stress dumped. Quantum physicists nickname this collapse delay. You aim the wave, then look away so it can crystallize. Detachment isn't denial, it's fertilizer. Incognito's wartime example is chilling. A nurse praying to evacuate soldiers, then laughing at a crow stealing bread. Trucks arrived minutes later. Coincidence? Maybe, or the Golden Detachment. Formula 5. Phosphorus Path. The 7 dots exercise is deceptively simple. Here's the deeper layer. The closing chapter orders you to draw life in 7 glowing dots on black paper. Birth, fall, rise, calling, test, surge, and legacy. Stare until the after image lingers, then close your eyes and connect the points. This recruits the default mode network, knitting past and future into coherent story. Research shows a strong life narrative boosts immunoglobulin A antibodies. Cells literally glow. Biophotons flicker, brighter when the story is clear. Your tale can light you up or leave you dim. Incognito ends the chapter. Glow first. Reality will orbit the brighter flame. Skeptical, here's the data. 2019, Swiss lab had volunteers visualize rotating cubes while box breathing. Ambient electromagnetic field rose 26 nanotesla. 2022, MIT linked deliberate daydream to anagram, solves 32% faster. 2024, Tokyo Hospital tested Phosphorus Path, journaling on chemo patients. Remission markers jumped 18% versus control. Drill. Draw the dots with a glow-in-the-dark pen. Darken room. After connecting in your mind, whisper the morale of your life story in 5 words. Serve boldly, heal, laugh loud. That moral becomes a compass. Opportunities aligning with it pop in vibrant color. Misaligned ones appear gray. Users report noticing violent clarity on day 10. Let's make it practical. Craft one clear clause in the present tense. I close my first $1 million deal by flower moon. At dawn, take your salt, face east, box breathe, 10 cycles seeing the spiral. Speak the clause into water, flick the surface, write it on a card, glance, then play, guess play. Nightfall, map your 7 dots and make that deal dot 5. Cycle 28 days, track anomalies, random calls, lucid dreams, gut hunches. They're echoes of the bend, a true story. In 1923, a chemical engineer named Y.N. found the book in a London stall. He performed Salt of the Sun while picturing cheap synthetic vitamin C. 4 years later, he cracked ascorbic acid manufacture. Scurvy plummeted worldwide. His notebook reads, "Mental imagery at dawn, essential." History forgot the ritual. We just swallow tablets. Common pitfalls, desperation spiral. Checking your bank balance every hour kills detachment. Mushmouth clauses. I kinda want maybe more income. Reality hates ambiguity. Group leak, sharing the ritual with skeptics. Their disbelief muddies your signal. Be silent, be clear, be playful. Ethics check. Chemistry is neutral. Nitroglycerin heals hearts or levels buildings. Aim for uplift, not control. And the field rebounds blessings. Incognito warns, those who bend by fear, snap by fate. The Wartime Diary. We promised a chilling anecdote. Here it is, unedited, April 18th, 1918. Gas shells landed short of the aid station. I performed Breath of the Rose beside the wounded. The stench receded, as if a breeze parted the smoke. I saw our escape, sketched in white chalk across the mud. The path literally shimmered. We walked it. Shells landed left and right, never on the line. A childlike laugh escaped me. I could not feel fear. All 27 men survived. Burn these pages if captured. Some knowledge is mercy only. In kind hands. W.W.A. 27 confirmed survivors. No strategic reason for that corridor to remain clear. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe a thought rippled bigger than shrapnel. Quick favorite asked questions. Question: can I skip the salt? Answer: you can. But why muffle your Wi-Fi? Question: the outcome missed the deadline. Answer: some clay is thick. Repeat cycle. Sharpen clause. Question: is this against my faith? Answer: add the rider for the highest good of all. Harm edits out. Momentum stays. Recap bullets. Burn them in. Thought is electrical. Breath is the amplifier. Emotionless desire is the gyroscope. Story is the photon engine. Ritual is the focus lens. Stack them, and the fog of probability hardens where you point. Your nightly sign-off ritual. Before sleep tonight, place the book, literal or imagined, over your heart. Whisper the 5-word morale you crafted. Exhales. Feel gravity deepen. Let muscles melt. Picture tomorrow's sunrise already washing over you. Time travel in slow motion. Commit to waking on the first beam. You just set the stage for serotonin-driven plot dreams. Keep a notebook. Dawn scribbles contain gold. If tonight rewired even one neuron, hit subscribe. Drop "it bends for me" in the comments and share your first clause. We'll heart the brave. Send this to a friend, spinning on the hamster wheel. Give them the wrench. Next drop. 9 signs you're finally respected, clinically proven. Don't miss it. Remember, chemistry writes the grammar. Consciousness pens the novel. Hold the pen. I'm Talha, signing your prescription. Stay curious, stay kind, and as always, don't stop running.